Howdy, it is Rando Gamer. We're back with another episode of Mercy's Inn. This is session 16, which happened to be the second to last episode of our campaign due to some sort of just differences of schedules and life events. We ended up calling it after the next session, so um, kind of a big deal coming into that one. This session opens up with us kind of that evening before we head out for our mining quest over in the dwarven little town. Um, there's some stuff with Sentinel and Sakira, and there's a little bit of a side plot with some goblin or imps with Rayla. Um, and then we kind of have a bard similar to kind of like The Witcher, where you kind of like travel around writing and taking in the events of the party. Um, but we do kind of make our way over to the mine and have a run in with the Druger or Droger, whatever they are, the dark dwarves down in the mine, and that's kind of where we end off the session. So, uh, hopefully, you like the session. Thank you for joining us, and if you do like the video, make sure to hit a like button. And if you do want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe and ring the bell if you want to get notifications. But thank you for joining us, and please enjoy the session.
The party had made their way all the way to the city of Ekron, and after doing a little bit of exploring and shopping, I believe some people went to a magic shop and a smithy, I want to say.
Yeah, me and I remember me and Acteza tried to get a book, and I gave an old man a lap dance.
Yes,
Yeah.
Acteza and Sakira went to the Adventurers Guild HQ in Ekron, and after accepting a quest, they went to the library and tried to get into the upper rank, like section of the library. After unsuccessfully but successfully giving an old man a lap dance, um, both Acteza and Zakir returned back towards the inn, the beast's end inn. And I think that's where we left the party. I believe you parked your carriages at the stable, left your Minotaur thrall inside, and I took a night's rest before heading out on this new quest.
And did I get like what I think like a scale mail armor as well?
Oh, that's correct. You did. I think you got a
Did.
+1 or +2.
Yeah, that's right. Did I not put that in my inventory yet? I think I got rid of the gold. Yeah, I did. Oh no, there it is. Adamantine scale mail. There it is. Okay.
Oh, there you
I was
go.
just trying to look at my inventory, like where did it go?
Alrighty, yeah. So, we will begin this session on. We'll actually begin before we take our long rest. We'll begin kind of in the afternoon hours. I'd say there's about 4 hours of daylight left before you'd be hitting the hay. I believe we ended with everybody rejoining at the inn. Whether or not we informed everybody of the quest we had taken or not, that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, I think if I remember, we had kind of filled them in on what we got at the library and what the quest was, and basically was like the city we had passed on the way is where we have to go back to.
Yes, the quest was to help the local dwarven mining town with an issue.
That's right.
So, what are you all doing at this time before you kind of call it a night? You have about, like I said, 4 hours, so there's time for drink and merriment, or you can just hit the hay early for the next day.
Are there so I know
Yes, the nudist.
I know we still can't get to the shard. Whatever happened to all of the kobold we had?
About half of the kobolds stayed with the party, but they are back in Amon at your manor.
Okay.
The shard was destroyed. It ripped apart in space as the magic and the wish that was holding it together was no longer active, as Zenrot was not active.
Okay.
Give me just a quick second, sorry.
You're good.
Oh, Sakira would have found like some food and some drink, but also would be trying to court somebody to accompany her for the night.
Okay. I guess to give a little more context to the bar, it's not a very high-end establishment. It's about middle of the road kind of fancy. You no need for like a button-up suit and tie, but it's definitely you can't just wear, anything and just be fine. There's an assortment of all kinds of races here, outside of beastmen type esque races. There's dwarves, elves, humans. There are there actually are some goblins that are like enslaved, being kind of dragged around by people, more as like servants, very low status servants. Tieflings are also present in the bar. Um, and yeah, I'd say you're able to get plenty of food and drink. What they bring you, Sakura, is the Kingdom specialty drink. It's kind of what Ekrin's national drink is. It actually is delivered to you in a minotaur's horn that's been kind of carved out into a glass. Like the Norse drink from.
Right, right.
Yeah, yeah. It is a type of mead that's been fermented over a long time inside wooden barrels. They call it. I'm trying to remember the name. I actually had a clever name and I cannot remember it now. We'll just go with Beast Folly. Seems
Okay.
they like to play words on against the Beastmen here. So,
Okay.
roll me an investigation check just to see if you're able to find some company for the night.
Oh damn, that'd be an 8.
8. Reading the room, you look around, and it looks like everybody wants you from what you can tell.
I
Everybody's
mean,
giving you that lustful stare. Most particularly, you catch the eyes of a female dwarf sitting on her lonesome at the bar.
ooh, what does this female dwarf look like?
She is a short stack for sure. She's standing about 3 feet tall. She's got a nice badonkadonk as well as a busty rack. She's got some braided pigtails and a nice autumn color hair. Streaks of gold kind of running through, um, like through her hair. Um, yeah, and she's got a couple of freckles on her face.
No beard.
No beard, no.
Okay. Um, Sakira will prance her naked self over there with drink in hand.
Okay.
She'll just kind of come up and sit next to the dwarf and it's like, so, how do you feel about all of these poor like goblins just being forced into servitude?
I couldn't give two shits about the goblins. They like to kill and pillage and rape people, so I'm glad they found a good way to serve.
Maybe I'm just a little biased. See, I come from servitude, so I know what it's like to be forced into something against your will, but I guess I can see your point there.
Well, and she kind of looks you up and down. Yeah, I guess I have a point. Where's your clothes?
Oh, forgive me, but I will not be shackled by anything ever again.
Okay, well, I can respect your guff. You definitely got well, yeah, you got it.
Speaking
So,
of,
what was that offer you were saying again? She looks to be pretty tipsy. She's had a couple of drinks. As you can see, there's about 3 empty, large, um, tankards of ale.
like, well, I haven't made any offer yet, but if you'd like to come have a conversation with me in my room, I can show you what it's like to be with a tiefling goddess.
I like the sound of that. And I'll show you why they call us the mountain dwarves.
Like, I hope you mountain dwarf me.
Oh.
I don't know how to respond to that one, honestly.
I don't either. It was just as awkward for me to say as it sounded.
Okay, yeah. Like, oh, okay. Well, how about we go and do a little spelunking, huh?
Of course, as she just leads her way up to her room.
Sure. Now, I'd say with a silver coin, everybody got modest rooms. We'll say I'm forgetting the words, but yeah, modest rooms.
Sakira's about to be a lot less modest.
Yep, she's about to find out where the female keep their dwarven beards.
Oh. The wilderness must be explored.
Female dwarves have beards, but it didn't say it was facial.
Let's see, should I, in order to get through that jungle, should I roll in athletics?
More apt to roll a nature or survival check.
Survival check.
A con save.
Yes. It was a burly woman. Even though she is a short stack, she is a dom.
Hey, I'd be willing to roll a con save and a performance to see how well this goes.
Sure, roll both.
See if she breaks me. I'll do a con save first. Oh, damn, she's breaking something. That would be a 6 on my con save and a 7 on my performance.
Yeah, she dominates you entirely like a dominatrix. Um, not only did she break your back, but she broke the fucking bed.
And she's gonna cast Thaumaturgy to make sure that the entire tavern hears this.
Oh, there was no need. The whole tavern was shaking as she showed you why she's a mounting dwarf.
Oh god.
Strap on and everything.
Okay.
Assumption's in his room with his fucking pillow over his ears. It's like, oh god.
Beastkin, you hear everything.
I hear everything.
What is everybody else doing during this time? Are we down in the tavern? Are we in our beds? What's everybody doing?
Acteza would have taken the book that she got from the library out to the carriage and would have been reading in there.
Sure, yeah, I would say, given the noise. What was the books you checked out?
Souls for Beginners. What I have is that I did read it because I think we made it through the night during last session.
Oh, okay.
Is that it basically was worthless as far as what we were actually looking for. So
Yeah, I just described how everything has a soul. Trees, the plants, the insects, all of it. Even Sakira somehow.
She has a soul just because she doesn't use it.
it just belongs to a
Okay.
dragon god.
Yeah. Bazilk, I know you said you were covering your ears. Was there anything else?
Not really. Just kind of thinking back on the images that were shown to him from like the travels with why can't I remember her name? Sentinel.
Okay. Rayla, the Stabber of Hearts. What are you up to this evening?
Rayla's just gonna be up in her room, just kind of chilling to just pass time for right now.
Okay. While you're chilling there, um, you kind of close your eyes thinking about the day and just meditating in general, just daydreaming, if you will. You hear a weird kind of whooshing sound as you're sitting there. You open your eyes, and in the room layout, you're kind of in the caddy corner with the bed in the corner of the room on the left. On the right corner, where all your kind of equipment you've laid down for the time, there's an imp kind of rummaging through your backpacks.
To ask the imp what the hell he is doing going through my stuff.
Sure. You kind of shout out at the imp. He looks up at you as he's kind of grabbing some of your things, and he does not respond. You don't speak Infernal, do you?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, he does not respond. He just looks at you cockeyed, like, what?
And I grab him to stop him from going through the stuff.
Sure. Roll either acrobatics or athletics, and he will contest.
Oh, that would be a 20.
Nice.
Fuck that imp up.
Yeah, you grab him by the tail.
Excellent.
Why is my roll going so slow?
Now that I have him, am I able to take him out into where like everyone else would be and see if anyone can understand him to find out what he's doing?
Yeah, you can. He tries to fight against you, but the imps are pretty small. They're like not even a foot, 2 feet big.
I'm just gonna drag him by his tail.
Okay. Hold on, I'm having to relaunch my shit because I forgot that I turned off hardware acceleration. All right, what were you doing?
I'm gonna drag him by his tail out to find someone who can understand him.
Okay. Sure. You kind of. I mean, you have a tiefling in your party that understands Infernal.
Okay.
Do I?
If you don't, I'm gonna say you do because you are a tiefling.
Hang on. I wasn't paying attention.
I'd be
fucking
surprised. I'm pretty sure you.
I do
innately
know.
should know.
Yeah, I do know Infernal.
Okay.
I'm going to go and knock on Sakira's door.
Oh no.
Can I say like the knock happens? You hear the like the moaning and the squeaking and crackling of the splintering wood like come to a halt. Some shuffling, and Sakira like slowly opens the door. You can see she's a little battered and bruised, but has a wicked smile on her face. Yes, this is a really bad time.
I know, I apologize, but I found this imp going through my stuff. I don't understand him. Can you find out what the fuck he's doing under stuff?
She kind of like looks back at the door. She's like, "I'll be right back," realizing that she never got the dwarf's name. And she'll step out into the hallway. Still nude as ever. So what can you explain to me what is going on, dear Rayla?
All I know is I was doing a little bit, and then I heard him rummaging through my bags.
Oh, we have a thief. And of course in Sakira, like nature, she uses thaumaturgy to make her eyes start glowing red. She looks at the imp and says, "What exactly are you doing, little one?"
Well, I'm just taking free shit.
I don't necessarily think it's free when it belongs to somebody else.
Well, when that somebody else is a bitch who upset my master, I think it is.
She's gonna... How big is this imp?
It's like a foot tall.
She's gonna bend down and grab the imp by the throat and pin him to the wall.
Oh, kinky.
She is going to pull out her doom blade and hold it against him. Say, "I would suggest some better words."
He just looks at you dead in the eye. Harder. And then goes.
Without, like, even reacting to that, she says, "As you wish," as she starts to dive the tip of the doom blade into him.
Yeah, he lets out some cries of pain, but he also has a smile on his face. Oh, yeah, that's the good shit.
Are you going to be an issue, or are you going to be of some kind of help to us?
Did you roll damage on your doom blade?
That would be 10. Necrotic.
Yeah, the imp's dead.
She as she pulls, she retracts her doom blade, and you watch it just like disappear back into nothingness as she drops the lifeless body of the imp to the ground, turns to Rayla and says, "Problem solved?"
Yeah, the body kind of just evaporates into fire and smoke.
I mean, I guess it's solved, but what if I wanted to stab him in the heart for trying to get my stuff?
Well, next time I will make sure that you get a chance to do it.
I appreciate that. You can go back to your business. Sorry to disturb you. Go back to you.
As like she smiles and like nods at you, you see as she like limps her way back into the bedroom.
Yeah, the dwarf's name, even though she didn't tell you, Duergar, is smiling. Now are we continuing our business?
She said, "Oh, yes."
And the night continues. Rayla, as you make your way back to your room, you enter in, and there's another imp in there that is now has both of your daggers, your crossbow, arrows, and he's just stuffing it all in a bag.
I'm gonna grab that one too.
Okay, make another athletics or acrobatics.
Oof, that one's 11.
Marla's no longer going to be the stabber of hearts. She's going to be the kidnapper of imps.
At this rate, Sakira's gonna get nothing done tonight.
Unfortunately, the imp evades your grasp, and with a snap of the finger, poof, gone.
Oh.
Daggers and all.
Oh. Well, shit.
The only thing that he left was your armor, the Reich knife that you have, and just your common equipment items. I'm actually going to delete the items that he did take from your inventory. That way you know exactly what's gone.
Oh, okay. Rayla's just gonna sigh and say, fuck it for tonight, just go to bed.
Okay. Yeah, and nothing happens as you doze off to sleep this time. Sentinel, what are you doing at this hour? Sentinel?
I'm here. Sorry. What'd you say?
I was just asking what you're doing this evening before turning into bed.
Is Sentinel is her room on the second floor or first floor?
It's on the second floor. It's where all the nicer rooms are.
She's kind of like in her the door's closed and it's locked.
hmm
She's in her mind flare form and she's kind of just looking out the window and she's just floating there silently as she's watching people.
Okay. Give me just a second. Yeah, nobody notices a whole ass mind flare looking out the window.
She has no candles on or anything, so the room should be very dark.
Okay, yeah. I mean, even then, it was the nat one, so yeah, nobody fucking noticed you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she's just studying this populace, basically.
Okay. What in particular are you studying about them, or is it just a general look?
Their mindset. She's actually kind of probing and poking at their minds too. She is feeling
Okay.
a little hungry as she does this, but
Sure.
but she's trying to kind of understand these people, and I guess in a sense of getting intel.
Sure.
How the city works, where is the tavern most people go to, or like is there a tavern that a lot of criminals use, things like that could be useful to her.
So, are you trying to read their minds?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a feature that lets you do that?
I think I do. Let me see. Let me see. It's a mind flayer. I think I would. Maybe not. Let me see here. Spells. Nope, I guess I don't. I thought I would have something to probe minds. And she's just kind of studying their behaviors, I guess. And if you can want anything.
Sure. I'd say I wouldn't make you really roll too much of a check. You can definitely tell these are war-trodden people. They're not like overly depressed or unhappy with their lives, but you can definitely tell they're on guard, like ready at a moment's notice to like hunker down if the city was to be attacked. They have definitely been at war for a long time, you can tell. As for like their more intimate habits and like places they go, you can't really glean any of that without going out among them.
Does she see anyone who may look so stupid? I love that fucking show.
Yeah, basically that's how the imp was.
I would be very terrified if it was her. All right, she's like a level 16 barbarian. Anyway, is there anyone, Seaman? Does she see anyone that may be criminals at all?
Give me insight or investigation.
Sure. Let's see here. Would perception work, or investigation or insight?
Mm, sure, why not? Perception, it could work.
17.
Yeah, looking at the people there, it's a pretty lively city even at this hour. I'd say it's about 9 o'clock at night. Definitely the evening hour. People are just doing like having merriment, drinking, whatever they might do, or turning in. You do see people walk around. There are some drunkards, just even some kids out late, like teenagers out late. Nothing really catches your eye until you see what seems to be a shadier looking man. He's kind of wearing a cloak to conceal himself. The thing that catches your eye the most is a dagger on his waist belt. Not super uncommon. People usually like to carry around some kind of protection for the most part, but it just with your perception, this may it be your hunger or just want to find somebody, you just get the vibe that this is the guy.
She's gonna she's gonna use her ring to change her appearance. She'll go for a more of a shadier look with also a cloak. She's gonna be an elf maiden.
Okay.
And she's basically going to follow. She's gonna basically leave without saying a word to anyone, and she's going to follow. But what she's gonna do is use her levitation power to take her feet like an inch off the ground, so that way she's not making any noise as she follows.
Okay. Give me just a general stealth check, just to see how well like hidden you are.
Do you
And you're
switch
just
to?
tailing this person, right?
What,
Huh?
Don?
Oh, sorry. It was a side comment. I was just asking if you switched up to Opera GX.
Oh yeah, why? Can you hear the thing?
Yeah, I could hear keystrokes.
Okay.
That's what
I
she
wasn't
said.
sure. Sometimes it's not. It doesn't pick up. I'll turn them off.
Oh, it's fine. I just thought it was funny.
Oh yeah, you're good.
A 13.
Okay, yeah, you're being pretty stealthy. Some people, some people notice you, but aren't overly like, aren't aren't brave enough to do anything about it or just like report it.
Well, so she's in an elf disguise with a
Sure.
cloak, and she's using levitate, but just barely off the ground, so that way her footsteps don't make noise.
Oh, okay. I thought you were higher up. Okay, yeah.
No.
Nobody pays any mind to you. You're pulling this off well. It looks like you're just walking the street.
And I'm gonna follow, see where this man goes.
Okay. Yeah, you follow this guy for about 5-10 minutes or so. He walks up through the town, going up some stairs, down some stairs, until eventually he peels off into an alleyway. Uh, uh, there doesn't seem, peering around the corner, there doesn't seem to be anybody else but him. Before long, he kind of comes up to a door and takes out some keys.
Interesting. And so he's taking out some keys and he's trying to open a door. What's the building look like?
The building he's trying to enter, it looks like a bakery.
Is there anyone around him right now, or does it seem pretty empty?
It's only him, from what you can tell. The street in this area is not as bustling. There's only maybe a handful of people, but nobody nearby.
She's going to attempt to ambush him at this moment, and
Okay.
she's going to basically transform and basically attempt to restrain him.
Okay, sure. Give me a grapple check.
As you command.
I do command.
Since I'm getting him with a surprise, can it be at an advantage?
Yeah, why not? You're surprising him here.
Is it an athletics or you want strength?
I think it's just athletics for grappling.
Okay. Thank you. 18.
Yeah, you grapple him fully in your arms and tentacles.
And I'm gonna use I'm gonna use my where's it at? I'm gonna use my grappling pin to fully restrain him entirely.
Okay.
As one of her tentacles takes the keys from him, and she has one of her tentacles like wrapped around his lower mouth, so he's muffled. And she's gonna speak into his mind.
Yeah, the whole
What are
time
you-
he's like,
and she goes, "Why are you sneaking in the alleyway?" And she's saying this to him in his mind.
yeah, you just hear screaming.
She squeezes tighter. Answer human.
I'm just going home.
This bakery is your home, but yet you carry a dagger in the evening.
Well, yeah, in case somebody attacks me like you. Well,
How did
honestly, I didn't expect a mind flayer, which is even worse.
I could use some useful information for your life. How does that sound, Shady Baker?
Sure, anything. I'm not shady. I just live on the second story.
What do you know about this city?
It's the capital, and it's been in a war with the Beastmen for a long time.
Ah, yes. And what is the most popular inn that you would say the higher class goes to?
Well, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not really fancy enough to hang out with royalty, but it would be in the upper district.
What about a more shadier inn? What's known to have criminals?
Well, that would be probably down by the docks.
Is there a name, or is it just the docks?
Well, I'm not really sure of the name. The sign, well, if there was a sign, it's been stolen a long time ago.
Do you
But
know
it's
exactly?
the place where everybody's hanging out outside, just sitting around and cutting up or cutting people.
Is anyone expecting you at home?
No, it's just me.
She looks at the alleyway. Her inner beak is very moist.
He's just sitting there like, ah.
She eats their brain.
Okay. Yeah, you eat this brain, and it is the brain of a baker. It almost tastes like a fine croissant. Flaky in a way, but warm and delicious all the same, with a gooey inside.
Do I know their bakery recipes now?
Yeah, you have, I'll say for a couple of days you have proficiency in baking.
She kind of clicks happily. The group may enjoy this. And she's going to look around. Is there like a sewer drain or something?
Before we get to that, as you're like fully devouring this brain, memories of this person's life come into your mind. Mainly that of baking baked goods and a happy life of serving customers. He actually had this Gertrude, a frequent older lady about in her 90s, who would come by his bakery and buy delicious croissants every morning and have a cup of coffee. It was one of his favorite customers to talk to. As the memory fades, you start to look for the sewer. In all reality, you just killed an innocent bakery dude.
She is a monster in the end. Is there somewhere I can hide the body?
Yeah, there's like manholes that go into a sewer.
she'll drop him in a manhole and close it, and she kind of looks down. She goes, "Wrong place, wrong time," and she transforms again and heads back
As you
to
kill him on his side doorstep at his home on his property.
Thought he was shady, but then he was already in my grasp, and man, was I hungry.
Yeah, as you drop him in, there's a just kaplunk, like splash as he hits the sewer water. And you cover the manhole back up.
And she'll head back to the inn and just head back to her room unless anyone stops her. Talks to her as she goes through, but she's as an elf, so I don't know if they'll recognize her.
Yeah, you transform back. I'm sure. Yeah, the whole way back, you're thinking about pastry goods and the smell of a delicious cake you had made earlier that day. Though you also remember you didn't ever make a cake, and it must be just the mind meld that's going on.
She clicks happy with herself. It was a delicious cake.
Yes, it was a brain cake.
Stupid. I was talking about the cake that the baker ate. She's basically proud of herself that she made a.
Yeah. You feel as if it feels like you had made that cake.
Exactly.
Yeah, you make it back to your room after satiating your hunger, not needing to feed for at least a week, though of course you can always indulge as you like. And the night passes. Everybody gets a good bit of rest. Akira maybe less than others, exhausted and having to regain feeling in her legs.
What'd you say?
Oh, I just said Sakira was fucked till she couldn't feel her legs no more, basically.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's wrong with legs?
It sounds like a good night.
Yeah, you slept like a baby with a dwarven woman cuddling you. We wake in the morn, and who would be the first to rise of the group?
Sentinel only needs 4 hours of very little action, so I can say she would probably be the first one awake.
I would guess, unless somebody was like crazy strict soldier like, I don't think anybody's getting up before you. I mean, also given you are like a soldier, so.
I'll probably wake up shortly after Sentinel.
Sure, I'd say, yeah, maybe an hour or two after, sure.
Yeah. He went to bed early and then has also been getting the memories and images of Sentinel soldier-like.
Sure, yeah. I'd say during your dreams, you definitely reminisce on the beast world that you had mind melded with.
Ooh, could I mention a memory?
Sure.
You just have this one memory of her going in, like from her point of view, going into a rage as she's just running and jumping into just a massive battle during a dark night with a rainstorm, as it's just beastmen versus bugs, and it is a fucking bloodfest.
Okay. What's a war cry that like the beastmen shouted? Kind of like the Vikings would scream Valhalla.
You actually hear them chanting, "Sentinel, Sentinel," as she's like running on a cliff that's hangs just slightly over the battle that she's jumping into with a legion of men behind her. Well, beastmen.
Oh yeah.
Without having this memory flash before him, goes to find Sentinel.
Sure. Sentinel, given the few hours you were up, what would you be doing during this time?
She actually is. Does someone run the inn 24/7?
Yeah, there's usually a person down at the front. Sometimes they're nodding off, but usually there's somebody at the front.
She paid them a gold to use their kitchen and their baking supplies. She's making all kinds of pastries.
Yeah, I would say just given the time of the day, and because you paid them so handsomely, they would have been fine.
Cool.
They were persuaded.
They were persuaded. I would have done it for a copper, but great.
Hey, 5 silver, but hey, a whole gold, woohoo!
And she is just baking a shit ton.
Sure, what you baking?
She's making this really. It's a gooey, cheesy bread, where the cheese is like baked into the bread itself.
Oh, okay.
She's made. I'm gonna look up some pastries, or if anyone, any pastries anyone will be interested in the characters eating.
Boston cream pie. or
There's the
whatever
second
it's
one.
called.
How many do you think I could have made in this amount of time?
Let me see what a Boston cream pie looks like. It
Ask your
doesn't
mom.
look. It doesn't look overtly complicated, I think. So I would say you would have made enough for about 6 to 10 people.
So she'll make so she'll make the cheesy bread. She'll make the Boston. Well, we'll call it the Minotaur cream pie, the Beast
Minotaur, the beast.
Oh Lord,
Um,
not the only cream pie of the day.
right? Where's Sakira? She just sneezes.
Oh.
If no one else has a great idea, then I guess those would be the two. And she's currently in the middle making a cake.
Okay, yeah, you come down, Bazilk, and the person at the front desk seems to be a middle-aged looking human who's kind of barely awake at this hour. It looks like he might be getting off his shift soon, but you hear rustling coming from the kitchen, and the kitchen doors are kind of like quarter doors, like the little saloon doors, so you can see clearly in there that Sentinel is baking away.
Looks good. It's just like Sentinel.
She looks up in her elf form. Oh, hi.
What are you? Salutations. Why are you baking?
She looks to the side. In the mood to bake. Have you ever had a Beastman cream pie?
I mean, I prefer not to talk about my personal life.
She kind of looks at you for a second and then goes, "Oh, yes, the innuendos of your people. Yes, well, try this. It is not a vagina full of semen." As she kind of sends it with telekinesis.
Akira, you turn in bed and wake up for a moment.
What was that about a vagina?
Yes.
Nothing.
Sentinel.
Back to bed. The dwarf says as she cuddles closer.
Kara will from a one night stand where you're trying not to disturb the other partner too much by sliding out of bed, we'll try to slide out from underneath her arm.
Sure, yeah, you slide out from under her arm, and I was gonna say get dressed, but you head down, I guess.
Wipe
I'm gonna
off.
say you're not dressed, but you have like your backpack or like equipment on, so you might have like a belt with your whatever weapons on it. Or maybe you're holding them in your butt cheeks, however it works.
Yeah, Sakira's got the Kegel exercises on point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just clenched between the cheeks.
Stupid.
Prison wallet.
Prison wallet.
Now I'll say maybe because she does have a few daggers on her, and her doom blade is just something she just pulls out of nothingness.
Sure.
But the few daggers that she has on her, I'll say that she's got two belts one wrapped around each thigh that hold her daggers in place.
Yeah, I'll say they're kind of miniature fanny packs that go around the thigh that holster daggers and little things.
Fanny packs.
Yeah, they're like saddlebags or the little military pocket things.
She'll. Oh, wait a second. She collects herself. She says, "Wait. Why are we baking in my room?"
Christ. Wait, we're not though.
You just heard vagina from the kitchen and it woke you up.
You're like above the kitchen and you heard it through the planks and it woke you up.
Yeah,
But you
she's
didn't
gonna.
know pastries.
She's gonna go down and investigate and come through the door. She kind of burst in through the door like Kramer on Seinfeld style when he comes into Jerry's
God.
apartment. Like, vagina?
Elf version of Sentinel will just look at you and be like, "Oh, Sakira, salutations."
Um,
Sounded like you met your match last night.
just and she like stretches and like you hear just like everything in her spine crack like bubble wrap. She's just like, know what you talking about? Nothing I couldn't handle.
Sounds as old age is getting to you.
Old, I
Anyways.
am.
And right before you finish that, she telekinetically sends a cheesy bread. It's like the size of a small ball into your mouth.
For your
Choking on something else this morning.
she'll take a
God
bite.
damn
And,
it.
she'll take a bite and pull it out. And she's like, "What? What is this?"
I had to I made cheese and then I added to bread. I called it cheesy bread.
You
It's
see her.
warm.
You see her like pause for a second and look at the bread, and then look back at you and ask the question, "How did you make the cheese?" You know, it's probably better. I don't know.
She just kind of looks at you as you see like multiple things floating around her. It's like some other pastries are like in the middle of being made while she's making a cake. I am making some breakfast pastries next. Well, currently. But right now I'm making a cake.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Well, it's delicious.
Well, there's
Quite.
more.
So is this monster cream pie? Zoke cringes saying it.
Beastman.
Beast. Oh yeah, that's right, Beastman. Beastman cream pie. Anyways, reason I came down here.
Yes.
I had a memory, but it wasn't mine.
And then what memory?
It was of you fighting bugs.
Oh, yes. Those dastardly things.
I just wanted to know, is that a normal side effect, getting your memories while not linked to you?
Possibly. My minds have melded. It's possible you picked up a few hitchhikers.
Okay. Just
Why?
wanted to make sure nothing was wrong, because that caught me off guard a lot.
Did you think you'd be sprouting tentacles?
No, nothing like that. Just more so it. God, that was a gruesome battle.
She smiles very innocently as she looks like an elf. It was probably a glorious one.
In your eyes, I imagine they were.
Your eyes should see the same.
I've not yet been trained that way. I'm in the process, thanks to you, but not
We
quite
will
there.
get you there.
Anyways, this cream pie is quite delicious. Thank you.
You are welcome. As she basically flips one into Sakira's hand. Cake will be done soon, and the breakfast pastries I'm making will be done soon as well. As she's plopping things in the oven. Well, the brick. What kind of oven do they have? Is it like a brick oven?
It's
Or-
like a brick oven.
Yeah, she's placing things in there and sliding the metal slider closed.
Sure, I'd say at this point, Acteza and Rayla, if y'all'd like to wake up, y'all can.
I would say Acteza's actually been up. She just hasn't come inside. She's been prepping the carriage and like the horses and stuff to leave as soon as
Okay.
everybody else is ready.
Yeah, you kind of just sneaked out about an hour or two after Sentinel waked up. You were ahead of Bazelk only 30 minutes, if that.
Actually, she would have slept in the carriage.
Oh, that's right. You were in the carriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you woke up around the same time Bazelk was, but you've been outside getting things ready. Okay.
Zelquisi then is kind of help Acteza get things ready.
Sure.
So
Sakira. Oh, go for it.
I say when Sentinel's done with all the baking, she'll basically wrap it all up and bring it out for Acteza and such.
Sure. And Rayla, being, I guess, a late riser due to the antics of last night, are you making your way downstairs yet?
Yeah, Rayla's gonna go ahead and make her way downstairs, and she's gonna see Sakira over there and kind of go over, like, well, Sakira, I do apologize about last night and interrupting your business. But when I went back to my room, there was another imp, and that imp stole my daggers and some other things.
Yeah, when you woke up this morning, actually, there was another imp on floating right above you when you woke up, with a giggling laugh, kind of laughed in your face, and then made a mocking gesture at you before poofing away.
Okay. And I'll mention that to Sakira as well. The imps are following me around, apparently.
How annoying.
Super annoying. I don't have my dagger. How can I stab people in the heart?
Well,
You do have a dagger still in your armor. You have that legendary dagger that you received.
I assure you, we will do everything that we can to find your missing equipment and put an end to these pesky creatures.
Yeah, because I'm getting a little annoyed they keep popping up and harassing me now.
Have you done anything to provoke this?
I don't believe I did.
DM, would I know anything about these imps other than like maybe just general knowledge of imps?
No, outside of general knowledge, they don't come to the mortal plane. They live in hell. So outside of that, and that they usually are just like the lowest of the low on the food chain of hell, and they basically are they're the enslaved. They're like on the goblin status of the food chain. They're enslaved by everybody else, and they just do all the hard labor. But they are very mischievous. Outside of that, you just assume that they have chosen Rayla as a target to bring misfortune.
Well, Miss Stabber of Hearts, it is possible that maybe you pissed the wrong person off. I don't know. These creatures are more like cockroaches, if anything. But it could make for a good chapter in my book.
If you remember correctly, one of the imps did say you pissed off their master.
Would Sakira have told me that the imp said that?
You would have heard that. Oh, that's true, that's true, that's true. Well, Rhea, the one that I dispatched last night did mention a master being angry.
Interesting. Not sure what would have upset, but I guess it's something we'll figure out eventually. Maybe. Guess we'll see.
Well, if any more do pop up, please make sure to let me know so that way I can speak with them and try to figure out what is going on here. I do have some wonderful ideas in mind.
I'll make sure and let you know if there's any more. I tried to catch the second one that stole my stuff, but wasn't fast enough or something. But I'll let you know if they keep showing up.
Like I said, cockroaches. They're a nuisance.
It's at this moment, there has been some playing in the tavern, and Sakira, as you're talking to Rayla, you hear a, "Oh my god, is that Sakira?"
Sakira's ears like kind of tingle a little bit. She goes, "Oh boy, what is this?"
As you turn around, you are met with a jester-looking bard who's playing on another picture has a violin, but it is not a harp. It's the medieval string instrument. You know what I'm talking about.
Like a lute?
They're playing on a lute as they're kind of walking up to you. There's been some background music playing this morning, and it seems to be this is the person. Oh my stars! I can't believe what a small world it is.
Buddy, my eyes are up here. Do I know you?
Always the jesting type. Yes, it's me, Urshu.
Do I know
Make
the person
a
being-
history check. Just given when you met this person, you were drunk as hell as Sakira, so
18.
yeah, you remember this person. You met this particular bard, and I will say they are a tiefling, and the only reason you know this is in the slit they have a tail slit on their cloak where a tiefling tail comes out of. The rest of their visage is covered, gloves, boots, mask, and all, and the mask has a happy face on it. I mean, it's supposed to look more jolly, but the best picture I could find, it still kind of looks creepy-ish. But they look like a jolly, happy, laughing jester. Yes, don't you remember me? And you finally kind of recollect that you had met this tiefling bard during the celebration aftermath of freeing Amon. He had been serviced, or at least what they had told you is they had been enslaved for their skills in musicianship. They had been working in one of the royal bars for years there, and you on your party and revelry going around, for lack of a better term, fucking everything. This is one of the people you came across. We had such a glorious night. You were absolutely hammered, naked, and everybody had access. Oh, it was hilarious. I've never had a patron as good as you. You tipped me a whole 5 gold.
I'm glad that you find my nudity hilarious.
I find everything hilarious. Isn't life just great?
She kind of sighs and she's like, "It seems like you are doing well for yourself. Can I help you with anything? Do you
Was
want
just-
another romp in the hay? Is that why you're here?"
No, I don't really swing like that. I was just coming by to say hi. I've heard all about what's been going on, that you're taking up a quest. Everybody's buzzing. Nobody's taken up that dwarven quest at all.
Well, it seems like we are the people to do it. Say, I do have a question for you.
Sure.
Do you know why imps would be coming to this world?
Well, imps are only ordered around, well, most of the time ordered around by the person they serve, so they must be on here on business of some kind. Either that or they just happen to be here. Sometimes you find them wandering. kind of around volcanic areas, but very rarely.
Interesting.
Why? What's happening? If you
Oh,
don't mind me asking.
nothing to concern your musical little head with. Just dealing with some cockroaches, that's all. Here, now that you're here, I've got a present for you. She rips a page out of her book and hands it to him, and if he chooses to read it, it is a chapter where he is brutally beaten and raped with his own instruments.
Yeah, as you're saying this and passing it over, cockroaches, I swear, they're just so interesting. They remind me of whiskey. Because they're brown and whiskey's brown. Anywho, oh, another delightful tale. I remember you sharing me some of these. Ah, yes. Oh, such a kidder. I love it.
Still very confused at this gesture. She says, "Okay, well, can we be of some kind of service to you, my dear friend?"
Sure, I'd love to tag along with you. Thanks for the invitation.
That really wasn't. But
So, where's your carriage?
Sentinel.
And Sentinel just like comes walking by with a whole bunch of wrapped boxes of pastries. Yes.
Oh, such a great cook. Look at those. They smell delicious.
Oh, well, I did make extras. So she hands this weird creature a wrap box.
For me? Oh, you're
Yes.
so kind! Yay! As he takes this pastry and puts it towards the mask, maybe a thought crosses your mind. He'll lift it up, but the mask's mouth like opens, almost like it's a face, in a somewhat creepily way. As the pastry goes into the void that is the inner part of this mask, and you just hear.
Sakira will lean over to Sentinel and whisper to Sentinel, I'm normally into, like, the weird things, but this guy really creeps me out.
She looks over and then looks back at Sakura and then like puts her hand over her mouth as she's like whispering to Sakura. I thought this was your sibling. Who is this? As she hands Sakura and Rayla their box goods.
Yeah, the whole time they're still kind of playing and they're just tapping their foot. They have a very ADHD vibe. They're constantly moving and jittering and tapping their foot.
Yeah, Sakira will kind of like tell Sentinel the tale of, like the after party and how she met this person, and oh boy.
Oh.
You do not recollect having any sexual things with this person, though they were there playing music in the background the whole time.
Yeah, she just kind of like she conveys like he just kind of like watched in the corner while he played music. It was really awkward.
What isn't with you, right? As she pats Sakura on the head and hands Acteza a box. So why are they here? Why are you here? Did you just randomly up here, or?
I'm just traveling around and playing. I'm just, having a great time, making money and playing music. And also, you really enjoyed my music. Maybe it's because you're drunk. You just can't appreciate the artiste.
Me?
No, he was looking at Sakira saying that. Also, he is a smaller size for a tiefling. He's about 6 to 10 inches shorter than you, Sakira. About 4'8", I'd say.
Sakira says, I never once expressed discomfort in your music. Just you yourself. And she turns back to Sentinel. He also believes that he is now a part of our party.
I never said I was part of the party. I just said I'd tag along on this quest. Don't you need merriment? And he plays like a diddly-dee.
What skills do you offer?
Well, I'm a bard. I can sing and cast some spells and just help you out.
She kind of just eyes this creature and goes, I am not the leader, so I cannot say.
Right.
I have to. She quickly gives Acteza her wrap box and goes, Acteza, and then she kind of like walks away.
Yeah, can I say like both Sakira and Sentinel turn at the same time and say Acteza?
And then
Yeah, as you do this, like before you do this, he does like a very comical, like you know when you put your arms out 90 degree, he's like, "Oh, take me to your leader," and he, as you both turn, he just falls behind you in that same pose.
Well, I'm not sure what you're expecting from me. I'm pretty sure everybody in this party has just randomly showed up in front of me and either just followed me around or joined of their own volition, so I'm not sure why you would be gatekeeping it, Sakira.
To be fair, you freed me from a prison cell. I didn't just show up.
But you chose to
Wow,
follow us
You got-
after the
yeah,
fact.
This guy, he looks so animalistic. I love it. And then the cute elf. Oh, your autumn hair looks so beautiful.
Sentinel is like fleeing to quickly to her thrall and to her wagon as she quickly gets in as the sphincter closes and the door locks.
Yeah, Sakira, God, I already forget his name. Urshu kind of leans over to you. I don't really think she likes me all that much.
He says that to me?
Yeah, he says it to you, like whispering in your ear. I just get that vibe.
Well, I always do believe that in going with our gut instincts. And Acteza, I'm not gatekeeping anything. I'm just, why would you want to tag along with us? I don't understand why you came here and why you approached us. Surely you must have other friends.
Yeah, I have other friends, but I thought you were my friend. We had such a great time partying, and then also you freed a mon. I mean, you're like a hero. Why not? I could write down your adventures and spread songs of your name.
Kind of like sighs and like puts her face in her palm. She says, "Okay, but the second that you are not being useful, I can't promise what's going to happen to you."
Well, if you want to murder me that badly, geez, I can leave if I'm not being useful.
It's like, no, I'm not. I didn't say anything about. I wouldn't murder somebody of my own kind.
I would hope not.
Is this somebody that you courted previously?
She sighs again,
Heavens,
and
no, I'm asexual.
yeah, he just kind of stayed in the corner and played music while all the romping was going on.
If anybody
Honestly.
realizes what he just said, that means he fucks himself.
And they're both parts, so I can't fuck myself.
Honestly, I feel like that's creepy. That's weirder than what you do, Sakira. I'm gonna take my
Great
leave.
friends. We get along well. Similar hobbies and all that. Anyways, it seems like y'all are about to head out. It sounds like a jolly old time.
Yes, it should be a jolly time. I do hope that you can play some light traveling music for us along our way. But I would prefer just purely instrumental if you can. It helps me think.
Sure, I can do that. And he does a little beep on his instrument.
Oh, joyous. I do hope that you come in handy in combat.
I will do my best. Beep.
has a meat shield as Bazilk walks away.
Y'all are just the funniest. I love it.
Sentinel's wagon pulls up with the Minotaur driving it as he just looks at the group and huffs.
It'll be fine, Sentinel. I'm sure this will add for some entertainment.
Sentinel does not respond from inside her wagon, not even mentally.
Or a light snack.
And then it's a clicking noise coming from her wagon. And the Minotaur, the thrall matches her mood. So at first it goes annoyance, but then when you say that, it kind of looks a little more lighthearted now.
It starts like licking its lips.
Yes.
Well, sounds like a great time. And he just kind of hops on one of the carts.
That's for sale, the Minotaur. This is an interesting character.
So, I'm ready whenever y'all are. And he just kind of starts strumming.
When the Minotaur begins moving once the rest of the group begins moving.
Yeah, I'm looking at the gifts, and we essentially just picked up the D&D version of Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, every time he does the beedle-dee-dee, it's the gif I sent, and he does like a little hop skippy thing with it.
Yeah, the only other thing I could think of is like The Witcher, where it's like the guy
Yes,
following around.
Yeah.
That's the kind of atmosphere I'm going with right now.
Toss a coin to your witcher.
That's
Toss a toy.
That's the kind of flair he does.
Sentinel, do you mind if I ride next to you?
The door, you do hear the door unlock.
The sphincter.
Well, she doesn't show that part because there's now a fucking stranger on the wagon. But the door does unlock, and there's a little bit of a squelch noise.
Sakira enters quickly.
You see her is kind of sitting next to her chess set. Shall we play?
Oh,
I'd say you have some chairs. They're kind of like beanbag-ish, but they're made of flesh.
Cool.
are they squishy? Like
Oh, extremely squishy. Imagine like a waterbed, but it's a beanbag kind of chair setup.
Fleshy beanbag, squishy.
Yeah, like a waterbed. It's very weird. It's warm too. Just slightly.
Sakira will sit down and indulge Sentinel in a game.
You see
Yeah, it just wobbles when you sit down like a jello. Just...
Can it be more like she kind of like sinks into it, and so she kind of like feels it go almost kind of around her?
Yeah, you sink into it, it kind of embraces you. It's very comfortable, and as you sink in, it makes a little like air fart.
That was the chair, I promise.
Sure. As a tentacle goes up and moves her first move.
Oh, you're playing chess?
Yes.
Okay,
Just to pass the time, really.
sure.
While
All
she-
right.
Yeah.
Rayla, are you riding in a cart, on a cart, or walking?
I think right now we're just gonna kind of walk along the cart, like by the cars, just to kind of get a little exercise in and stretch your legs.
Sure, yeah. You do a little stretch to get ready. And as you do so, you kind of like touch your toes. And as you do so, you can see an imp looking at you from across the street. You quickly get up and look again, and there's nothing there.
Oh boy. I'm gonna keep that in mind as I keep looking for imps as we're going along.
Sure, every occasion you think you catch a glance of an imp, but every time you try to focus on that location, there's nothing.
Awesome.
I'm assuming, Acteza, you are driving the other carriage, and Bazel, you're riding or walking.
Yep.
Oh, I was meaning. Yeah, but Zuck will be walking like next to the carriage.
Sure. As you're walking Bazilk, um, those shared memories have kind of not technically awoken anything like bestial inside of you. You've always had that dog in you, basically. You've had that saber tooth in you, but it just seems more pronounced. You walking, it just you're sitting there and you want to be bounding, you want to be running, claws digging dirt as you bound across the terrain, but you for now subdue that urge, but it feels ever stronger.
Okay.
So the party sets out from Ekron. You have no trouble making your way out of the city. Nobody really stops you. They don't really check who's leaving the city. They usually only check who's coming. I mean, they make note of how many people have left and all that, but again, nothing really stopping you. It's about a week and a half, 2 week travel, um, given the carriages. So there is some time if y'all wish to do anything. Um, I'm going to assume you kind of stay in the pecking order you have. Sakira and Sentinel sleeping in the same carriage. If otherwise, that's fine. Um, you all take long rests, of course, after driving about 12 to 16 hours. No real events happen for the journey. The roll of the dice in your favor, no encounters or anything. You make your way towards the dwarven city, or not city, town of what is it? Rosnail, or at least that's what everybody calls it. In dwarven tongue, it's more harsh sounding. Um, it's not a very It's a fortified town enough, but it's not stone houses by any means. It's very much. It was built here for the purpose of mining, not for the purpose of staying forever. As you make your way into this town, you find a nice stable area if you wish to park your caravan there to do some investigating or whatever it may be you want to do in the town. You do see that there is a not very sizable mountain, but a mountain that the um, the town like kind of is smushed up against, with a very large mining entrance on each side of this. I'm gonna say cave entrance for now. Is some stone-looking stalwart dwarven statues, both with war hammers and shields in tow. Very, very nice looking. It's fine sculpted. There is a good sizable group of dwarves standing outside. They don't seem to be working. They all aren't. They are wearing what looks to be mining helmets. Um, they have lit candles in the helmet. As some of you may know, dwarves have magical mining helmets. It's like produce flame is constantly cast, so they have light in the darkest of tunnels. They seem ready to work, but no work is being done. There are some humans in the town, no elves. It seems to be very elfish, lacking town, but there are some humans helping. A little bit of farmland here, there, some cattle. What are y'all all doing as you kind of come up to a stopping point in this town?
I'll say that Sentinel is probably just reading her enchantment books.
Sure. Would you have done a good bit of reading during your travels?
I say while she was playing chess with Sakira, she was also kind of reading and conversating at the same time.
Sure. I believe you picked up 3 or 4 books of enchanting. I know it was like intermediate, expert, and then master.
Yeah, let me see. I think so. Yeah, I did.
Okay. I'd say during this travel, you definitely get through intermediate. Um, each of these books, they are sizable tomes, nothing massive, but they go in depth of the complex intricacies of enchanting. So even though you probably put this book down in a few days, you definitely read it over and studied to make sure you understood each part of the craft. I'd say you're, I'd say you're just shy of proficient in enchanting. You have the knowledge, but the real world experience is lacking.
That's fair. Also, Sakira, can you do a save DC check for me?
Specifically, what is she saving? Nature,
I'm
nature
doing
wise,
my
is it something mental or?
I'm doing my psychic charm that we talked about.
Okay, believe that would just be a wisdom save.
Yes. It's here. And it's off of my. Where's the? I said the save DC was off of my. What is my save DC? No. We had it off my
see.
psychic. I'm not seeing a psychic one.
Yeah, I think we have. There's one in there somewhere. Let me see.
Oh, I found it. No, never mind. That's my something else. Class feature or let's go race feature. I think it's through my race. I think you're right. Let me see here. Oh, it's DC 15, intelligence.
Ah, there we go. Sakira, can you make a DC Wisdom save?
Intelligence.
Or Intelligence?
Well, which one is it?
Intelligence?
Oh, that one wasn't any better. 3.
Great. You're charmed. You're charmed for 24 hours.
Fantastic.
But as they're going into town, Sentinel will stay in her little habitat and basically be reading, finishing up her books, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I would say as they're kind of pulling in, you start to look through the table of contents of the expert book before you all kind of make a halt.
Acteza would be trying to find whoever seems to be in charge to kind of like follow up on the quest parameters.
Sure. There's a more, I guess I'll say, established, better made building. It's a little bit larger, and it definitely seems dwarven made. It's more stone than wood compared to the other parts of the town. It is up closer towards the mine, and this is your best guess, probably where leadership would be.
Perfect.
I'm gonna assume everybody else is following suit, or
Yes.
Yeah.
okay. Rayla and Sentinel.
Yeah, I guess Sentinel won't read. She'll as we pull in, she'll follow in her elf form.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll also be following.
Okay. Yeah, as you enter into this building, you open the doors. They're made of some inlaid metal, so they're a little heftier than your normal door. But you open it up, and there seems to be a group of dwarves discussing among themselves. One seems to be the elder of the group, very long, luscious white beard and flowing white hair. Yes, what could we do for you?
Well, we're just hoping to be pointed in the right direction. We came from Ekron on official guild business. Something about needing help with the blinds, I think.
I remember we put in that quest about a month or two ago. Looks like finally somebody with the balls showed up to take it. We've had to stop all our mining operations, you see.
Well, it did seem a little unproductive as we were coming into town.
I guess it seems that way for a knife ear, but trust us, we tried to make it productive.
Sentinel doesn't even understand the remark as she is looking at Akanel.
Yeah, they look at you too when they say that.
She just blinks casually.
Anyways, well, if you're here to help, I guess I'll inform you about what's going on. We've been mining here in search of more mithril ore for the kingdom, or Dooncaster. See, they have their own mines around that area, but we're always in search of more, make sure everybody's fortified, as well as gems for our treasury. In this, we found what seems to be a sizable, well, vein of mithril and as well gems in this here mine, but I don't think we're the only ones. Not only did we find a nest of spiders in there, but well, the scout that did come back says they thought they saw Duergar in there.
Would you care to elaborate on this Duergar?
Oh, dark dwarves. They live in Underdark. I'm sure you've heard of them. I feel like most people have. They have gray to black skin, psychic powers. They really hate anybody that lives on the surface. Even though we live in the earth a lot of times, they don't like us either. We've had a long grudge with them. Rat bastards.
Oh, you say psychic.
Oh yes, I mean, they're not anything crazy psychic, but they do have psychic abilities.
She smiles and goes, oh, interesting, thank you.
Yes, I believe they were enslaved by mind flayers long ago, is the current history on them. But due to that enslavement, they gained powers and broke free of their captivity. And now they just lay in the Underdark, claim to mines of gems and ore. And unfortunately, I guess this is their claim. But with your help, it shouldn't be for long.
Agreed.
Well, it seems easy enough, but I'm assuming there's some sort of catch. If it was easy, you guys would have already handled it. What's the roadblock you're actually running into?
Well, none of us are particularly meant to be fighters. Sure, we are dwarves and we can fight just like any other, but I mean, we're not well equipped to go after a whole bunch of Duergar. There's probably a whole bastion of them down there. Where there's one, there's probably 40.
All right, well, is there anything else we need to be aware of with the mines? Any equipment that we would normally wouldn't carry that we would need to take with us before we proceed?
Well, a torch or something to help light up areas. There's also large-ass spiders, so poison, I'm sure, and, well, it's a mine shaft. There's mining carts and pickaxes and the like, if you feel like mining for some reason, but it's not really what you're here to do. Outside of that, that's all we really know of. I'm sure there's other beasties down there. There always seems to be. I guess I should say this mine goes deep enough to be connected to the Underdark. We actually built a port that runs on one of the rivers down there.
Well, that's
Well, I say port, it's a dock.
Well, unless any of you need something, I would say we're ready to be led to this entrance, and if you have a map, maybe with where you believe your last sightings attacks were, We'll use that as a point of reference.
Sure, we have a map of the first kind of level of the mine. We were starting to map out the others when, well, we were beset upon by spiders and the like.
Well, every bit helps. Do you guys need anything?
I think for now I am fine. Actually, is there an enchanting store here?
No, not in this town. The only real store they have is like general goods for food and just common supplies, hammers, nails, that kind of stuff.
Then she's good.
There's a smithy. I guess there's that too, but yeah.
If I find any good metals, maybe.
Well, if that's it, the leader kind of leads you out, and his name is Brudsgruth. Brudsgruth leads you to the mine entrance. Well, I wish I honestly had more information for you, and I wish we could be of more help, but we're only about 10 men strong, and like I said, we're not fighters. Or warriors, I should say. So, do your best, and, well, if we don't hear from you in a couple, a week or so, we'll just assume you're dead.
Oh, trust me, you'll hear from us, as her titties kind of jiggle back and forth.
Yeah, he's been staring the whole time. Yeah. Well, yeah.
I stupid. Well, yeah.
Fucking starts hypnotizing him with her titties.
What she said.
Sentinel's gonna leave and call her Minotaur thrall to come with her, because the mine is in the town, right?
Yes, it is in the town. And sure, you can, yeah.
Then she's just waiting for the group, but she's outside with her Minotaur. Does my Minotaur actually have a weapon at all? He should have.
He has like the great axe.
That's perfect. That's
he
exactly
had
what I
on
wanted.
him.
Yeah, so that's perfect. Okay.
Sure.
Probably get him some armor later.
Well, I can't believe we're gonna go into a mine. This is gonna be really fun.
Oh shit, I almost forgot you were
about
here.
you.
Oh, I just been kind of sitting in the back. I didn't want to interrupt. I'm just here.
How unfortunate.
How unfortunate, stupid.
Oh, how rude.
Oh, it's just a joke.
Yeah, I know.
Crying softly. Sentinel's gonna reach into the Kira and Bizlik's minds and go, when we get in the mine, I'm gonna transform and maybe that will scare him off.
Oh, good idea.
Look, the nods.
And off we go. And she starts walking there.
You know what this character reminds me of? Just completely fucking better. I'm not sure if you've seen the TikTok of Chuckles.
Yeah, that I was kind of trying to go for something like that.
Like, oh my god, this will be fucking Chuckles. With our version.
So I have a map open. I think there's a new feature to where y'all can just join it through this campaign.
Oh, okay. I do have to start getting ready here in a second. Just want to give you a heads up.
Okay. Yeah, you can hit launch maps at the top right of Mercy's end.
Launch game? You mean launch game or?
Yeah, it's launch game.
It's launch
Yeah,
game.
it might be launch game. Let me know if it starts for you.
I think I got it. I think I'm in a map section.
Yeah, I have it. Don't see anything, but
That's fine.
I don't.
So while you're getting it pulled up, as you enter in this mine, it goes about 20, 50 feet back, following atop a mine cart, like rails. Before you come up to an elevator, the rails kind of follow on top of it. Oh, this is about as far as I'll take you. Just pull the lever there, and you'll go down into the first level of the mine. Most of it's been mined out, and I don't believe there was any trouble down there, if I can remember right, but just follow the map and you'll find your way through.
She goes in.
All right.
Follow.
Kira will also follow.
Look at your messages.
Alright, do you see that area now?
Let me see.
Remind me of our little
Yeah.
bard friend's name.
Urshu.
Urshu. Urshu, that's right.
Let me make sure. Yeah, Urshu.
So, as we come into this area, Sakira kind of goes over to Urshu and says, "Friend, have you ever heard of the madness within?"
Not particularly, I don't believe.
She's like, "Oh, let me tell you a quick tale of something that, as far as my knowledge, is completely true. You see, in deep dark caves like this, there seems to be what has only been referred to as the madness that lies within. And from my understanding is that this is a good place where mind flayers will wait for unsuspecting bardsmen to come in and prey and feast upon their brains. Now,
You're talking about mind flayers? Yeah, they're found in the Underdark sometimes.
sometimes, and sometimes they're found here on the surface just waiting to suck that delicious brain out of you. It would be a shame if one were to come up on you unsuspectingly.
Besides
Yeah,
just like
they would
smiling,
kind of suck
giggling.
for all of us, wouldn't it?
Right?
Oh yeah, it would really suck.
I have seen firsthand what it looks like for a mind flayer to suck somebody's brains out of their skull. It's quite grotesque and horrifying. It's beyond anything that I could even write.
Yeah, I've heard it kind of sounds like spaghetti.
Right as he says that, a tentacle just flops on his shoulder, and Sentinel's floating behind him, and she goes, "Did someone say brains?"
Lord, you're talking about that mind flayer thing. Well, I think one's here. You know, had arms and all that.
Bazzoka grabs Usher's shoulders and just goes, "Run! Get out of here! Save yourself!"
She starts making like clicking noises as her tentacles like spread open and her hands kind of go out. I'm gonna do an attempt of intimidation.
Yeah, as you're telling him to kind of run, he's like, "Yeah, just run," and he kind of like grabs your arm. I mean, I don't think we should be here.
19 on intimidating him.
Oh yeah, no, he's scared. I mean, he already was, and he'll just kind of run off this direction.
What direction are you serious?
He's trying to drag you, Bazzoka.
No, you go. I'll hold it off.
And she'll act like she's like wrestling with Bazzoka.
Yeah, I'll start wrestling and fighting.
Are you sure you don't want me to help you out?
Yeah, Sakira
No,
will
go.
also like act like she's wrestling with a sentinel and she's like, "Go, run, please get out of here."
You're too young to die.
Sing of us.
Okay, yeah, it's just a mind flayer though. But okay, I'll go over here.
And like as he starts to disappear around the corner, Sakira just lets out like a blood-curdling scream and like starts to mimic like brain-sucking sounds.
and she'll actually mimic it with doing like the quelching noises and the high clicking.
Yeah, he just runs off in that direction.
She lets go of both you guys. Oh, thank the cosmos.
Oh, finally.
So obviously we go the direction that he didn't go.
Agreed.
Yeah, let's go.
I heard sound stop.
Resume the fighting.
Yeah, like as he comes around the corner, like Sakira like grabs back onto Sentinel, like, no, please, Dad, let go of me, not my brains.
Not any of it.
Acteza, you're just kind of standing there. You gonna help?
Acteza is literally looking over the map to make sure she's got a good idea of where we're going, and is intentionally just ignoring what's going on.
Well, now I'm just conflicted and confused. So, you're fine. You're just fine with they're dying, but the Rayla and Acteza, you're just standing there. But they're
Sakira's gonna use minor illusion to make herself look like a mind flare and just start coming after him, going brains.
okay. Deception check, because it's a literal still image. I don't even think it can move when you cast it.
It does say
Minor
that.
illusion, you can move, I believe.
Yeah, it alters my body.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as long.
Illusion was just you make like a 2D image or something.
No, when I do I'm
They're-
sorry,
they're-
disguise self.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say.
you're doing the sky, so I was like so confused.
There's
Like,
there's
well,
still
illusion's
limits
just a
on it,
2D.
but
Yeah, there's not as many limits on disguise self. So basically what it says here is like I can change my outward appearance as long as I'm not like fully changing like my body type. So whatever form I take, I must adapt to a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs, which I imagine mind flayers have arms and legs.
Yes.
Sure. I'll say you transform into Mind Flayer-esque because you don't have limbs on your face where tentacles are. You're like a missing tentacle Mind Flayer look.
And she's
Still
just
pretty creepy.
she's just as she's approaching, she's like, it's starting. I can't I can't stop it.
I'm still just kind of confused because they're just standing there and, you know.
Sentinel just.
oh no, this is the worst.
Deception check. That sounded so believable.
At disadvantage.
She didn't even look up from the map. She's still looking at the fucking map.
Yeah, that was that. Yeah, roll a deception check because that was
that was wonderful.
amazing.
It's a
that was
23.
yeah that was something.
Oh my god, are you shitting me?
That was a what did you roll?
A 23. With a monotone, this is the worst.
Oh no. Run. They're
It's
frozen in
it's one of
fear.
those. He's like, oh my god, Actez is actually showing emotion.
Hold on, give me just a second.
Doing literally everything in our power to fucking get this guy away from us.
Well,
Right
you
now,
and Sakira and Sentinel, yes.
Yeah,
Actez is indifferent. It's like,
yeah, Acteza couldn't care. He's like, oh, whatever.
Sentinel's wrapping her stuff around Bezlek now.
This looks just
Okay.
like squirming.
Yeah, he's starting to get terrified. Look, I'm doing my best to help you, and he casts Eye Bite. Everybody needs to make a Wisdom saving
Oh
throw.
my god.
Oh,
God
God.
damn it, Sakira, what is with you tonight?
Yes. 18.
12. 12.
Everybody but Rayla and Acteza falls asleep.
Wait, I got an 18. Do I still fall asleep?
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh shit!
AC
I was
okay.
immune to magical sleep anyway. So
Oh, I am too, I think. Let me see. Nope, I am not. She passes out on top of his leg.
I am not. Yeah, she'll. As Sakira passes out, she'll lose concentration on her disguised self.
She turned back to normal. Quick, everybody, grab the mind flayer and kill it.
You just hear Berserk snoring.
well, and to think they thought you were useless.
Well,
I don't
put on
know.
the bard.
Well, I mean, to be honest, the decision making in this group sometimes, I swear.
Yeah, honestly,
bring you
I
up to
thought y'all were like renowned heroes or something, but honestly, y'all kind of seem like a band of buffoons.
Misfits
Perfect for a
is.
jester.
But I guess we'll bring you up to speed. The Mind Flayer is with us, so I don't know. Let's use one of these mine carts and just throw them in there for now
Oh,
and
you
push it
can
along
just
with
shake
us.
them up. Yeah, you can just shake them to wake them up.
Well, to be honest, this is probably a good time to get some actual work done. So let's just throw them in the cart and push it
Okay.
with us as we go.
Yeah, he just he summons Bigsby's hand and like slowly picks everybody up and puts them in a mine cart, except Rael and Bazelk, who are still awake.
Oh, I only rolled a 12.
Biz like,
Or Acteza, I mean, sorry.
I'm definitely asleep.
you just feel her tentacles like wrapping around you, like naturally in her sleep.
Yeah, you're all in the same mine cart.
Your tentacles are just like cuddling with me.
Like JB Jones.
Sakira's laying in the minecart all spread eagle.
Well, oh, that was something. I assumed it might have been a joke because you two really weren't doing anything, but just to be safe.
Well, it looks like the joke was on them. So let's see what
Yep,
this mine
that's what
has
they
to
get.
offer.
Oh, this fucking clown.
After having reviewed the map fairly in depth, which way would make the most sense?
Yeah, following the map, it basically just shows that you want to take a right up ahead.
Perfect.
Go ahead and make me a perception check, you two. Just kind of drag yourselves along. I wouldn't say it takes too much muster to kind of pull the minecart with y'all.
It's a 16.
You don't notice anything, Acteza, but you feel that, like, sense that somebody is watching you. Rayla, you're just pulling a minecart. Yeah, during your perception, you're kind of distracted. You thought you saw an imp for a second, but you shake it off and no, there's no imp.
My Minotaur will help with pulling the cart.
Oh, that's right. Let me throw in a Minotaur. That's right.
He just gets behind the cart and starts pushing it.
The whole time he was just standing there during that whole theatrical, just not doing
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, pretty much. Hold on, give me a second. All right, now that everybody's there. This is what you see. Kind of looking up and down the shaft. You see some mine carts filled with like dirt and rock. along the track that are just sitting there. But you don't see anything. You just get that eerie feeling that something is watching.
Acteza's gonna stick to the map, trying to be the most efficient about making our way through it, based off of the information we have. So,
Sure. Yeah, following the map's instructions. Excuse me. Um, Give me a second. It labels off. I'll just uncover some of these areas. I don't care. It labels off this area over here. You can see on the map. This seems to be a storage area, kind of where they're piling up the rock and stuff as they're moving it. Ahead, there seems to be just a minecart depot where they keep the minecarts at bay when they're not in use, as well as just a storage and like equipment room. They're all labeled on the map, and that gives you a rough outline of like what they look. There's even some doodles of like mine carts and crap on there. Outside of that, there's just little alcoves where they've tried mining and testing the rock, but nothing was shown. It then tells you up ahead you want to take your first left, as the other directions just kind of lead off the dead ends. Wow, I've been saying that wrong this whole time. I thought it was Drugar or Druger, but it's Duergar. Duergar. Anyways,
You just hear some snoring coming from in the minecart.
Yeah, it's just you hear purring along with it. Just
Clicking.
yeah, just snoring, purring, and clicking.
Every now and then, Sakira shouts out, "No, I will not wear clothes."
alright, as you come up to that area, I believe everybody in tow. What you see in front of you is a band of Drugar, Duergar, the fucking dark elves. I almost said dark people. I was like, wait a fucking minute.
I also don't think they're elves.
Or dark dwarves. You know what I mean, damn it. God dang it.
well, Rayla, we found him. So far, we've been pretty efficient with this quest here.
Yep, roll initiative.
Well,
What if
guys,
you're
I'm
asleep?
I'm gonna be dipping out here like in 4 minutes. But if I do kill any elder, Sentinel would want to eat some of their brains.
Sure.
For
I'm
the
fine with
psychic
ending
reason.
it here, honestly, just because, you know, up ahead, it would probably help to have everybody.
Fair.
And I want you here because I've made this whole elaborate thing I've been planning for now 2-3 weeks, and I want you to see it all.
Thank you.
I know it's kind of early, but you know, we've made it at least to kind of where we wanted to be.
Yeah.